For every best creator career end, there's a worse one that's a disaster behind closed doors. Starting with Mary Belle Kirshner, better known as Belle Delphine, became internet famous by doing something most creators wouldn't dare. Her breakout moment came in July 2019 with one of the strangest internet products ever launched.
Rise up, gamer boys. It's time to get your gamer girl bathwater.
For $30 a jar, Belle sold literal bathwater. And while it sold out in just 3 days, it also drowned her in backlash. She promised to post on an adult website if one of her Instagram photos hit a certain number of likes. When it did, people clicked in expecting something explicit, only to be trolled. Some laughed, but others felt scammed, forcing Belle into a 3-month disappearance. When she finally returned, she came back with an even crazier headline, claiming she had been arrested for vandalizing the car of a girl who stole her hamster. But a year later, on a podcast, Belle revealed the truth. It was all fake.
Now that I was arrested, I needed to think of a crime that wouldn't make people actually hate me. So I was thinking, okay, what does everyone collectively love? Animals. Everyone loves animals. So if I do something bad, like on behalf of animals, people won't be like, oh, fuck her, she did a crime. Everyone will be like, yes. So that's what I did. I bought a car, brought it back, spray painted it, and then posted it.
Damn!
Same day.
That image is actually OC.
And when she finally pivoted to OV in 2020, the results were staggering. At her peak, she was reportedly making around $1.2 million per month. But on the 23rd of November 2020, her YouTube channel, one of her biggest platforms, was suddenly terminated. YouTube claimed she had multiple severe violations of its sexual content policy. The ban exploded online. Fans accused YouTube of hypocrisy, pointing out other creators who had posted worse content without consequences. And within days, YouTube caved, reinstating her channel. But over time, the headlines stopped. The shock factor wore off. And the girl who once broke the internet with bathwater became just another subscription page in a saturated market. But while Belle Delphine sold controversy until the world stopped buying, Technoblade built something she never could, an immortality that even death couldn't touch. In the world of Minecraft, Technoblade wasn't just a player, he was a legend, a quiet, witty assassin in blocky armor.
Stop it! Get out of my house!
No. Okay,
Why are you walking into my house?
For years, he dominated competitions, pulled millions into his streams, and cultivated a loyal audience without ever revealing his face. But on August 27th, 2021, Technoblade revealed something far more shocking than his identity.
So in the last 2 days of July, I noticed that my right arm was starting to hurt a decent amount, and I thought, so, the next day, August 2nd, I headed over to the doctor to see what was wrong, and they ran a couple of scans, and then they came back, and they told me that the reason my arm hurts is because I have cancer. That really couldn't have gone worse, I don't.
For the next year, his upload slowed, but every video became an event. Updates on his condition were delivered with the same dry, sharp wit that had defined him since the beginning.
October, I'm talking to my surgeon, and he's not coming out and saying this 100%, but the vibe I'm getting is that he thinks it's going to be necessary to amputate my right arm to actually get the cancer. And so, I'm preparing for this like anybody would. I got a Google Doc open, I'm writing down all the jokes I'll be able to tell when I have one arm, like, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. So anyways, 2 weeks later, my doctors get together and they're like, that tumor's got a real nice blood supply.
He didn't milk his illness for clicks, he used it to inspire, to make people laugh, to remind them that even in the darkest circumstances, Technoblade never dies. In February 2022, he launched Minecraft Versus. Cancer, a massive charity initiative. Dozens of creators joined the effort, adding fundraisers to their streams and videos, raising hundreds of thousands for sarcoma research. Even while fighting for his life, he was building something larger than himself. But his battle was short-lived. On June 30th, 2022, a new video was uploaded to his channel, titled "So Long Nerds." It wasn't Technoblade speaking this time, It was his father, reading a final message his son had written just hours before his death.
Thank you all for supporting my content over the years. If I had another 100 lives, I think I would choose to be Technoblade again every single time, as those were the happiest years of my life. I hope you guys enjoyed my content and that I made some of you laugh. And I hope you all go on to live long, prosperous, and happy lives. Because I love you guys. Technoblade out.
Absolutely heartbreaking. Stay strong, Dad. I didn't have the privilege of knowing your son or following his channel, but he seems like he was an amazing character. May he rest easy, and may your family find the peace it needs. Rest in peace, Alex. You have changed so many lives during your life. Legends never die. The internet was shattered. Within hours, tributes poured in from every corner of YouTube. Minecraft servers built in-game memorials. Mojang updated the official launcher to feature his crown pig avatar. Even the upcoming Minecraft movie would later include a pig wearing a crown.
But the good stuff you see, that's all Steve.
Whoa, is he some kind of king?
No. That's a legend.
A permanent nod to the player who defined an era. The video became the most viewed on his channel, surpassing 120 million views. For many, it wasn't just a goodbye, it was proof that Technoblade's legacy would live forever, because even in death, Technoblade never dies. But while Technoblade's name became immortalized as a symbol of honor and resilience, Master Oogway's would become remembered for chaos, controversy, and a downfall entirely of his own making. Master Oogway rose to fame in the early 2020s for his short-form, motivational, wise turtle style clips, borrowing the persona of the beloved Kung Fu Panda character.
If she doesn't feel a connection, her sister shall receive.
He delivered humorous life advice and relatable quips, gaining millions of views on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube Shorts. But from the very beginning, there was a problem. The entire brand was built on intellectual property he didn't own. The voice, the character, even the visuals, all directly lifted from DreamWorks' Kung Fu Panda, which meant that while fans loved the content, Oogway's success was always sitting on unstable ground. That month, he temporarily quit YouTube, claiming issues with the algorithm only to return days later. This became the start of what fans jokingly called Oogway's endless quitting saga, a loop of leaving, ranting, and coming back again. By October of that year, the situation worsened. YouTube suspended all of his channels from the partner program for reused content, cutting off his ability to monetize. He went on Twitter, tagging YouTube and demanding answers, but the platform's response was blunt. His channels would remain demonetized. 3 days later, he quit again. But within 24 hours, he was back, claiming YouTube had told him he could rejoin the partner program if he removed problematic videos. Once again, the cycle repeated. Fans weren't impressed. For the 20th time, he deleted the video now. He ain't quitting. And the situation only worsened after one of his most infamous videos. My first time saying the N-word.
My great-great-great-great-great-grandparents were slaves. So, technically, since my great-great-great-great-great-grandparents are slaves, I am allowed to say it as well. So, I'm gonna say it for the first time in my life properly. Nigga.
Unsurprisingly, viewers weren't happy. This wasn't the only time Oogway's content landed him in trouble. On October 31st, 2023, YouTube demonetized his channels for hate speech. He was reinstated a few days later, but instead of toning things down, he immediately fell back into the same cycle. By early 2024, Oogway was publicly claiming his 7 million subscriber channel with 500 million monthly views was about to be deleted due to spam reports. Well, that's it. My YouTube account with 7 million subscribers and 500 million views a month is gone soon because of a group of people spam reporting. In an attempt to repair his image, he even released an apology song. Sorry for saying the N-word. Then came the final straw. On June 20th, 2024, Oogway announced he had been permanently banned from YouTube, putting the final nail in the coffin.
Well guys, I'm officially permanently banned from YouTube for making memes.
But while Master Oogway's career ended in bans, backlash, and self-destruction, MatPat would conclude on his own terms, with preparation, respect, and one of the most celebrated farewells in YouTube history. MatPat. Patrick began the Game Theorist channel in 2011 alongside his wife, Stephanie. Over the next 13 years, he expanded into film theorist, food theorist, style theorist, and the GT Live gaming channel. By early 2024, those channels had a combined audience of over 40 million subscribers and nearly 9 billion total views. And on January 9th, 2024, MatPat released a video titled Goodbye Internet.
On March 9th, I will be hosting my last Theory episode, at which point I'll be handing off the channels to someone else. Steph and I have known this video would be coming for the last 3 years. We weren't sure it was necessarily going to be today. We didn't know exactly when it would fall, but we knew it was going to happen eventually.
This wasn't a sudden decision. MatPat had spent years preparing his team, Lee, Amy, Tom, and Santi, to take over hosting duties. He also designed a farewell arc across all 4 Theory channels, 9 final episodes that would serve as his last appearance in each format, leading to one final goodbye on Game Theory. On March 9th, 2024, MatPat's final Game Theory episode aired.
Hello, Internet! Welcome to Game Theory, where that is the last time that I'll be saying those words officially on this channel.
The video contains 6 different endings, including a Lore Keeper ending featuring 5 Nights at Freddy's creator Scott Cawthon.
I've been expecting you. Come, we have much to discuss.
The response was overwhelmingly positive. It feels like yesterday he left, but it's been 10 months and my childhood has been dead for 10 months. But rewatching this brings it back. Thank you, Matthew Patrick. Thank you. Thank you for being part of my childhood. MatPat, you will be missed. But while MatPat left YouTube with one of the most thoughtful and celebrated farewells in the platform's history, LeafyIsHere's exit would be anything but graceful, defined instead by bans, controversy, and complete collapse. Calvin Lee Vale, better known as LeafyIsHere, started posting in 2011, building an audience through gameplay commentary, reaction content, and a heavy dose of edgy humor. By 2016, he was one of the fastest growing creators on the site, reaching millions of views per upload and eventually amassing close to 5 million subscribers. However, his success was built on a style that many considered harassment, mocking appearance, speech, and behavior, often targeting smaller channels.
Disgusting.
Why are you surprised when women are funny?
I'm probably funnier than you. I'm probably funnier than you.
Anybody that ever says, I'm funnier than you, is not only not funny, but one of the saddest people on planet Earth. Like, you see this person right here?
The first major hit to Leafy's reputation came in 2016 when iDubbbz released a Content Cop episode on him.
Fun of him. I think my only stipulation with the bullying is that you also have to not be a pussy. You see, because if you're a pussy and you're hiding your putrid, malformed chin behind your hand, your sleeve, or your microphone, you're showing people that you are extremely self-conscious. You're showing people that you're a pussy, and that takes a lot of the oomph out of your bullying.
By 2017, Leafy had almost completely stopped uploading. 3 years later, in April 2020, Leafy made a surprise comeback. His content style hadn't changed. If anything, it had become more aggressive.
I was depersonalizing through the whole thing, and so it felt like, you know, like I said, I was a passenger in my own body, and like I was just not really living, I guess.
Yeah, that's right, guys. Anyone that just thinks that she just wanted cock, what is mental health fucking to you? Because I can speak from direct.
In August of that year, he began uploading a series of videos targeting Twitch streamer Pokimane.
Again, Keem, do better. Have a good day.
The word hypocrite is definitely not good enough.
And on August 21st, 2020, YouTube permanently terminated Leafy's channel for repeated violations of its harassment and bullying policies. A YouTube spokesperson later confirmed the ban was due to repeated violations after multiple warnings. Leafy immediately moved to Twitch, streaming to thousands of viewers in his first week. But within days, Twitch also issued a permanent ban, citing hateful conduct and threats of violence. His Twitter accounts were also banned multiple times, and attempts to rebuild on smaller platforms like Storyfire and Rumble quickly lost momentum. But while LeafyIsHere's career ended in bans, bitterness, and burning every bridge he had, Jenna Marbles' departure showed the opposite. Jenna Nicole Murray, better known as Jenna Marbles, started posting in 2010, and within 2 years, she was already one of the most subscribed women on YouTube, making viral hits like how to trick people into thinking you're good looking, and how to avoid talking to people you don't want to talk to. Her humor was relatable, self-deprecating, and very, very real. Over a decade, she built a massive audience, over 20 million subscribers and nearly 2 billion views. But in June 2020, Jenna uploaded an apology video titled "A Message." Old videos from her early years had resurfaced, such as slut-shaming, derogatory language, and her impersonation of Nicki Minaj, after many took her excessive spray tan as a version of blackface.
I've definitely done things in the past that weren't great, and I'm not completely unproblematic, and I've tried my best to grow up and to be a better person, and first and foremost, I want...
Then she disappeared. The internet was stunned. Most apology videos feel like PR spin. This one didn't. There were no sponsorships, no monetization, no carefully staged background. Just Jenna taking responsibility, removing the offending videos, and leaving before the outrage cycle could even begin. One Reddit user called it the best apology video ever made. Another said, she didn't leave to save her career, she left because she actually cared.